Good afternoon. It is February 26th, 2026. It's Thursday. And today we really had a range day. And you can see that prices pretty much closed smack in the middle of the bar. So here's how it looks on the daily chart. Yeah, you can see prices pretty much smacked on closed in the middle of the bar. Uh, so anyway, by 7:30 or so, you have this big move down already, and that creates a daily bar that's about 100 points. So that's slightly bigger than the average bar we've been seeing the past couple weeks or so. So what you have to ask yourself, because I came in at 7:30, so this is exactly what I did. I asked myself, okay, do I think that this has the potential to be a massive sell-off? And you look here and um, let's say it was all the way down here when I came in. I'm like, well, yeah, it could go all the way down to what's the low? 70, 75. Uh so it could I was like, yeah, it could easily go another 18 points lower. But that would create a very big bar. I mean, there's nothing wrong. That's what happened here. And so I was like, you know what? But I don't think it's going to go below this 68.28. So what I did was I bought a contract, and I don't know where that was, but I waited until it broke above the EMA, um, and then I bought a contract because I just didn't think that we would be selling off too much more. But let's go into why a little more, and that requires me to go through the chart. So in the overnight we gapped down, uh, just some sideways stuff, and then to me you get a spike and bear channel here. Uh, let's get this out of here. And so let's look at the bodies of these lows, and we gap over that pretty much over here. Um, but it's we create a body gap, but not a true traditional gap because this stem touched those bodies. So here you're going sideways, you're chopping sideways, you're going a little bit lower though. I don't really think there's any way to get short in here um, reasonably, but then, we break out lower and it creates a gap. And that's when you want to be hunting for these shorts if you believe that we're going lower. So let's just draw this. You can see uh, new low, new low, new low, either matching high or lower high and lower high. So I think that you could argue for this one, but it's looking pretty sideways. When we get this breakout pullback, I think you got to hop in here. And yeah, so at this point, what's the let's see the ruler. Uh, at this point, I'm looking for an 80-point day, and at this point, you only have a 40-point day. That's perfect, man. So your risk is equal to your reward, but really, because you're going for 40 points, and if you put your risk up here, that's 40 points. That's perfect. And when it breaks lower, you're just going to move your stop. And yeah, we got a pullback, and you get like a triple top kind of. So maybe you enter with some limit orders in here on this one right here, and boom, you get these two bars that gap over this low, and then woo, sell to close. Very nice bear move right there. And at this point, when you get this crazy breakout like that, that's when you move your stop to here. So um, yeah, you move your stop to there. That's pretty much break even. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would put their stop above this bull bar. I'm trying to think of a better way to do it. I mean, you have these two strong and large bear bars right here. Maybe you put it above those two, or really three, or really four. Maybe you put it above there, and at that point, your stop is uh, in profit, so you don't have to worry about losing any money at all. You could look at this as a spike in channel. You know, you get this overshoot, it leads to a break, and now we're at the 100-point mark, and that's probably where. Hold up. If you enter right here, 69.31. So 68.90 would probably be 48 moves. So 48 points, excuse me, 40 points. Uh, so at this point, you get like 60 points, man. That's a big move. And yeah, we go sideways. We don't break above the EMA. If you're looking at this bear channel, you see an overshoot led to a break. Thing is, there's no price action above the EMA. We can't create a gap above the EMA here. And so, I'd be holding probably even this stuff. This looks sideways. Uh, I'd look at this failed breakout to the high side like, oh, I'd probably think we're going lower, but probably want to move your stop to below here because we make a new low. And you chop down here, make a new low, and probably put your stop here. So you would get stopped out here. And that's probably why this created a spike in bull channel. And um, at that point, you might want to consider buying and thinking like, okay, we're gonna, maybe we'll close this gap, and we came short of that. And with this choppy price action, if you buy the first couple bars above the EMA, take profits. But anyway, I'm not really crazy about entering on a stop for any of this, or even a limit order, because like uh, it's pretty strong bear move down. This looks choppy. We sell off. You get this bear spike in channel, and it's like, okay, yeah, we'll probably test the lows. So let's look at this channel, and you might think, okay, well, it looks like the EMA is holding, so we might create a new low. So I liked getting short in here. Um, Actually, no, I had taken profits, and then I wanted to wait to get long, and I actually almost timed it perfectly. I think I got in right here and walked away from my computer because I was on the simulator. And yeah, you probably want to take profits because I think my profit target was like a tick higher than this, so I think it was 68.99. And when you get that close, it's time to take profits. Comes back, it makes a double top, and then we sell off. And you can see the EMA is holding prices. The trend line is holding prices. And we actually, yeah, we hit a measured move here, but we create a gap. And then, boom, you get the strongest, well, not the strongest, but you get a very strong bear bar going into support, multiple types of support here. And it immediately, the gap is filled. So that's an exhaustion gap. I like that. We come back down one more time, kind of get a parabolic sell climax. One, two, three, and yeah, we can't go too much lower. And then you get boom, one leg up, boom, two leg up, very strong bull bar, and you get sort of bull channel right here. And then it was just off to the races, really. So I think there's plenty of places to get short. I think it's reasonable to get short in here if you see the trend line and the EMA. And I do think that we don't have a break of this trend line, but this is like support at the measured move. And it starts going crazy. I don't blame anybody for buying here because we're already at the 100-point day. So it just didn't, even though prices were below the EMA on the 2700 tick chart. If you look at the 17,000 tick chart, here's what it looked like over there: is these weak bear bars with plenty of stem on the bottom. And it just looked like it had the feel that we were gonna correct back to the EMA. And that's pretty much what we did. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Hope everyone had a great day. Let's take one last look at the monthly chart. So, yeah, I mean, not a whole lot's going to happen tomorrow, I don't think. But we'll just have to wait and see. Hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.